Welcome to this second channel. I'm not scripting this one. Let's just get into it.
Let's just take a look at this stupid article from the guy. If you didn't see the main channel video, it's in the description card right now, top right. But yeah, he wrote this masterpiece, and after he got made fun of, he put an update for one complaining or apologizing for saying that he got PTSD from this, and for two posting his follow-up article. I'd like to note that this one is in the crime category and this one's in the United States category. I'm not sure how either of those correlate. Also, this was the next day. Wait, what? Hold on. I'm confused. July 4th? 14th? June 15th. Oh, so he must have written this article, like, way earlier than that. That must just been the update from. Interesting. Okay. So my original video is a little bit wrong, but it's fine. You know, I didn't catch it. You have to come to the second channel to get the facts. So anyway, the article's titled, "To gun lovers, you can't even have an opinion on assault rifles unless it's theirs. Here's the proof." And then the first sentence is, "The gun debate is also a gender war," which, oh boy. In all my years in journalism, coming up on 30, I've never received so much angry mail as I did after yesterday's story. I mean, that doesn't surprise me, but also it kind of does. You've posted some garbage. He hasn't. I don't think he's published an article with the Daily News since 2017. Anyway, I don't mind spirited debate, but many correspondents told me that even expressing an opinion about today's high-power weaponry is off limits to those of us who don't own such guns. You're allowed to have opinions, but just don't make some laws. You know, don't write an article if you don't know what the hell you're talking about. That's our standpoint generally. To reiterate, the goal of the story was simply share with readers my experience of firing an AR-15, which very few of them have done. It shows. I found the sheer power of the weapon horrifying. I found the noise deafening and anxiety-provoking. I was frightened by its potential for rapid, catastrophic, Orlando-like carnage with similar weaponry. To me, it felt like a bazooka. I'd just like to point out to y'all what a bazooka is. So, you'll notice in this image, oh, that's a very low-res image. You'll notice in this image, or any of these images, that it's just a tube. And you'll also notice that a bazooka is a type of recoilless anti-tank rocket launcher weapon. In other words, recoilless rifle. Do I need to say why there's no way it felt like a bazooka? Actually, it probably did feel like a bazooka, because you didn't actually bruise your shoulder. There's no way. Alright, so we start getting into the quotes from his emails. Kuntzman is an outright liar. Nice try with an extremely stupid article which only appealed to girly boys and women of NYC. Other writers inform me that it is a lie that guns are bad. For the record, I never said they were, but you implied it. The AR-15 rifle, a killing machine. I certainly received many emails from gun owners who legitimately quibbled with some of my conclusions, but the majority of email senders trained their laser sights on my masculinity, often in graphic terms that would sound more appropriate in a magazine about erectile dysfunction or an ad for Depends. And then you get into the really hilarious stuff, like, this one's my personal favorite out of anything in this article. Hey there, Cupcake, wrote Gary. I've never subscribed to the idea of gender confusion, but after reading your article on the AR-14, I just pulled a Joe Biden.
Wait. Take the AR-14.
After reading your article on the AR-15, I'm a believer because there's no way you and I are the same gender. You should surrender your testicles to the Department of Girly Men. I'm not sure where it's located, but your girlfriend Barack does. Oh man, like, Gen X Republicans are just some of my favorite people. They're it's so stupid. Others sent me videos of 7, 10, and 12-year-old girls firing the same weapon I fired, except these kids were smiling. And I wear it as a personal point of pride that my conservative darling Eric Erickson posted a story on The Resurgent with the headline, "My 10-year-old daughter is tougher than Gersh Kuntzman." author of the stupidest thing on the internet today. He doesn't even comment on this. He just puts that paragraph there. Like, are you just displaying to us that you are indeed a pussy? Relatedly, you fucking pussy, wrote Sam Markota. If you have a man card, turn it in immediately. You might be better served writing about feminine hygiene products. Your father must have left you to be raised by your mother, or he was a sissy like you. And one of my favorites, or one of his favorites at least, maybe you can get some balls through Obamacare. Adam Frollo's a Chad. And that's just the printable stuff. Summarize this argument suggests that I'm not a real man because I'm frightened by the awesome power of an AR-15, despite however you willfully misread my story, can discharge dozens of rounds in mere seconds. Yeah, correct. That's exactly. Yep. Yeah, congrats. Yes, this weapon scared the crap out of me, and it should scare the crap out of all of you too. Yeah, in the wrong hands. Yeah, that article is absolutely terrifying to me because you're the wrong hands. By that definition, we need more real men in power taking on bullies like the NRA, which seeks to bolster the Second Amendment by shutting down the opponent's right to the First. No, that's just not true. For one, the NRA isn't even all that pro-gun if you really get down to the nitty-gritty. And for two, somebody calling you out on your bullshit is not somebody trying to infringe on your First Amendment right. For one, the NRA is a private organization, so the First Amendment doesn't apply to them because they aren't Congress. And for two, like, anybody that calls you out on some stupid crap you said in this article is actually exercising their First Amendment right as well as you exercising yours. Like, and I even agree with one letter who pointed out that hammers can kill people too, but we don't ban them, which is true. And he actually, I didn't put this in the article, but there was a sentence somewhere in here. Oh yeah, Stelmach doesn't think they should be allowed. Guns don't kill people, the wrong people kill people, we can't blame the weapon, which is absolutely true. And I'm kind of surprised he put it in his article, given the rest of it is complete BS. But what if a weapons manufacturer could fashion a handgun that could fire a nuclear blast, an atomic version of an AR-15, if you will? I won't, because an AR-15 isn't a handgun. It would look like a gun, but it could kill thousands instead of dozens. Like I mean, any gun can also kill thousands, but sure. Like a rifle is one of many arms that we are allowed to keep and bear. Except it's a high-class nuclear weapon, which are very banned, and depending on who you ask, should stay that way. But will we really stand idly by as people buy a nuclear gun and name it Second Amendment? That's not what the Second Amendment protects, and if it... I mean, it kind of is. And, you know, I'm always in the class of people who just completely says we should get rid of every NFA ever, but... You know, there are limits, and I don't think the average human, I'm out of my libertarian phase. I don't think every average human should be allowed to own a nuke. I think we should be allowed to own tanks, because that's badass, but I don't think we should be allowed to own ICBMs. And really nobody on the right does think that you should be allowed to own an ICBM, so this is, like, it's a strawman, really. It's just a gun, you might say. It's my right. Trade in your man card, you wimp. Yeah, I might say that, yeah. Yes, I'm a wimp. I simpered because of my experience with the AR-15 bruised me, body, and spirit. What were you doing with that thing that it bruised you? Did you drop it on your shoulder or something? I don't understand how that's possible. But there's nothing unmanly about reminding my readers that mass murder is much easier to commit with a semi-automatic killing machine than it is with a hammer. True. But it's also way easier to defend yourself against a mass murderer with a semi-automatic killing machine, as you put it, than it is with a hammer. That's why we want guns. If that makes me a girl, well, maybe we should have a girl running the country. What? Oh my god, this... Ugh. I don't even need a comment on that. Goodness. So yeah, this has been the saga, the interesting tale of Gersh Kuntzman. Yeah. Someday I will stay in the news loop and post things that aren't articles from 2016, but until then, I've been TempoTutor. Thank you for watching. Have a great night. God bless.